Oh, hello there, it is I, Gravestone, and today I'm going to be making another commentary video, and honestly, it's been a while since I've uploaded another video again. I know I speak very fast and my voice is still the same. So anyways, I haven't uploaded a video in a while, but ever since I made this image right here, I was like, you know what? It's time for me to make this video, and since it's October, you know what? Let's just get to it. So, anyways, yeah, today I'm going to discuss which video game characters can survive the world of Left 4 Dead zombies. Now, I've got four characters. One is Mr. Peterson from Hello Neighbor, Jeff the Killer, William Afton, and what's the other guy's name? Baldy Spacek. I don't really know his name. So, anyways, yeah, without any time to waste, let's get into it. So, if you guys don't know, the world of Left 4 Dead is a fair shooter game. You can play four players or whatever. It's a very, very popular old game from 2008 to 2009. I really love this game. It's awesome. So, anyways, which characters could survive the world of Left 4 Dead? Now, Left 4 Dead is some of the best zombies I freaking love personally. Like, I played quite a few zombie games here and there, but Left 4 Dead is just one of the best ones so far, and they got one of the best awesome zombies in fiction. Like seriously, they're just amazing. So, anyways, let's talk about one of my favorite video game characters, Hello Neighbor, aka Mr. Peterson Mart. So, anyways, I really don't know much. What am I talking about? I've been watching this character for a very, very long time since 2015 till 2024. Mr. Peterson, aka Mart from Hello Neighbor. I really love that character. He's one of my favorite video game characters of all time, and I grew up with this character. But I'll talk about that in another video. Why I love this character. So, anyways, Mr. Peterson from Hello Neighbor. Now, honestly, it's sad that people really hate on this guy because I don't know, the games are kind of rubbish or whatever. But I really love Hello Neighbor. It's one of my like favorite video game franchises. Even if people hate it, I still love the character and I love the game. So I really do love Hello Neighbor. So, anyways, Hello Neighbor, aka Mr. Peterson. What can he do? Well, ever since I've been watching this guy since 2015, I really love this guy. So, anyways, Mr. Peterson, he used to have a family before his wife got killed in a car crash. His son Aaron pushed his sister off a roof and killed her accidentally. And Aaron, I think he must have gotten like locked up or he must have ran away. I'm still not sure about that too, but I think Mr. Peterson must have locked his son in the basement, and we can see that in some cutscenes here and there. He does regret doing that, but you know he's not an evil guy. He's a sad man, really, and that's what I love about Hello Neighbor. He's not really a bad evil guy. He's just a sad man. But anyways, so what can this character do? Well, for instance, despite the fact that he's somewhere he's 30 years old or whatever, he's actually very very fit. Like he's physically fit. This guy can catch up to the player who can literally run endlessly without like no breaks or whatever. He's very very fit and quite athletic. The reason why I say that is because he can actually catch up to the player who can literally do parkour and whatever. And he's fast. He's very freaking fast, despite what he looks like. He's very fast. And out of the whole three characters, I'd say he's physically superior than all of them because well, he's very very physically fit. He's strong enough to break down boarded walls. He's strong enough to like literally slam eight police guys with his bare hands, and this guy literally picks them up and toss them around. That's some super strength right there. And he's also capable of surviving car crashes, even a car being shot straight to him. I'm talking about the games too. And he's also capable of surviving quite a lot of things. Like this guy can survive high fall damages, survive getting hit by lightning speed cars. He survived a car crash. He can survive getting hit by literally chairs flung at him or bowling balls. That's insane because bowling balls are very heavy and very hard. and carrying them is just like, I think you need two hands to carry it. Like, I haven't played bowling ball in years. I held on one, but I never like. It's been years. Okay. Anyways, yeah, he's actually very tough and physically superior than any of these characters right here. And I believe he's actually has some good very senses. This guy can has good hearing. He can hear you from making a lot of noises, and he can actually hear you. And he's also very smart and clever. Like, this guy can literally learn your patterns, and so because of that, he can like set traps up like bear traps, cameras, whatever the hell that bucket thing is. He can actually he's a very clever man, and because of that, I believe he's somewhat of an engineer. This on Alpha 4 or whatever, we get to see how he was able to like turn his whole house into whatever the hell this thing is. He's a very clever man, and it's been years since I've seen this character, but I've been watching this guy since 2015 to 16, so he's just one of my favorite video game characters. So he always carries his trusty shovel, which is one of the best weapons he can have since he's going to be in the world of Left 4 Dead, where a bunch of ridiculously scary zombies. So how do I think that he will live in this? How do I think? How will I think he would survive in this world? I don't know about you, but I believe he'd actually survive in this world. The reason why I say this because one, he's physically superior in almost every way, and he's actually he's very strong, tough, and fast. And he has some very great weapons. Like, he can use glue to slow you down. He can shoot tomatoes at you to blind you, and he's also got bear traps, which is very helpful, especially in a world of zombies. And he's also got a shovel, which he carries it most of the time. But most of the time, I'm pretty sure he doesn't really carry a shovel around in the games, but it is part of his character to like carry and pick up weapons and items and stuff. We see it throughout the entire games. So he's also a very smart and clever guy, and I believe he's also willing to work in a team, which is a big thing in Left 4 Dead. You have to work together in a team to survive this zombie apocalypse, because if you don't, then you're gonna get Left 4 Dead and killed. So I believe Mr. Peterson can survive in the world of Left 4 Dead. He's smart. He's physically fit, and I believe he is willing to work in a team. And I know he's not dumb enough to like do this on by himself, which I believe he can. He can do it, but I also believe he can also work in a group. So I believe he can actually make it and survive in Left 4 Dead. But that's just my opinion. So, anyways, since I'm done with this guy, I believe he'd actually make it in Left 4 Dead, because I know he's a very clever and fit guy, and I also believe he's willing to work in a group, and he's very clever and smart. So, anyways, that's what I think. Moving on to our next favorite character, Baldi's Basics. Now, I haven't talked about this game in a while, let alone seen this character. Now, back in 2008, this game was very popular back then, but nowadays it's basically just forgotten. So, anyways, I don't really know much about Baldi's Basics lore, but I have been watching the game since 2018, so yeah. So, anyways, Baldi. Now, I really don't know much about Baldi because, like I said, there's no like physical things we've seen at him. Like, we've never seen him like bust down doors physically with his own strength, or we never seen him like sprinting, which is kind of scary if he actually did that. But other than that, yeah, he doesn't actually have any good feats other than actually having great hearing and what do you call it? He's clever, yeah. So, anyways, here's what I know about him. He's very smart. Since he's a mathematics teacher, so he should be very smart at mathematics. Now, mathematics should line up very good with science too as well. So yeah, he's a mathematics teacher. That makes him very smart and clever, and he actually has one of the best hearing out of the entire characters in this video. And like, seriously, he has one of the best hearing so far. So, anyways, Baldy doesn't actually have any other weapons other than his ruler. And physically, we don't see him like bust down doors or break down doors as well. Other than what's that broom name? Gotta sweep. Only Gotta sweep can do that, since he's the only character who can break through locked doors. But Baldy can't, cause that stops him. So yeah, Baldy doesn't actually have any good feats, but um, I guess if you wanna say speed, because if you get all these notebooks wrong, he becomes like super freaking fast, lightning speed fast. But then again, who's gonna be doing that? Like, who's gonna be like guessing notebooks for him? And you know that yeah, that's not gonna happen. But I gotta say, I feel like he's the only one here who's willing to work in a group, cause I mean he's much more nicer, and he's somewhat redeemable-ish. I don't know what came out in my head, but yeah, I believe Baldy is willing to work in a group, and I am willing to believe that he's actually very useful in a zombie apocalypse. Since he's a mathematics teacher after all, and he has one of the best hearing out of the entire group of this video. And I believe he's actually very useful. He's very good. I mean, come on. So yeah, what do I believe he makes it in Left 4 Dead? Well, I believe he's gonna survive better in a group, and I believe he's gonna be very useful in a zombie apocalypse, because since he's a mathematics teacher, and he should be able to like make strategies and make plans and all that stuff for him and his friends. And since he has one of the best hearing, he should be able to like help his team get through the zombie apocalypse. And I believe he might be actually a team player after all. I mean, this guy's a school teacher after all, and teachers are very well good at cooperating. So yeah, he should be a good. I believe he'd actually make it out in World of Left 4 Dead, especially in a team group. But other than that, he doesn't actually have many good feats. But I believe he'd actually make it out in a group, of course. So yeah, that's what I think about Bully. So anyways, next video. Who is my next guest? Jeff the freaking Killer. I haven't heard of this guy since 2012. It was a very, very long time, and I don't know about you, but Slenderman and Jeff the Killer are one of the most iconic characters of creepypasta that I know of. So, anyways, let's talk about Jeff. Now, honestly, I never actually got his story until now. So apparently, his story goes like this: Jeff the Killer moved into a neighborhood. He got bullied. Somehow, he got stabbed, shot, and he got bleached on. Then he got set on fire, and now he ended up in hospital. And he started like cutting off his eyelids and lips. That sounds weird. So yeah, yeah, that's the whole story about this character. And honestly, I didn't actually know that. So anyway, so let's talk about Jeff. Now, since there's so many versions of Jeff the Killer, I wanna use the video game version of Jeff the Killer. And the most popular, most iconic one is Poison Games. So anyways, yeah, let's use this version of Jeff, because there are a lot of them. And yeah, there's a lot of version of Jeff the Killer, but I'm gonna use this version of Jeff mostly because I'm more familiar with this one. And this version of Jeff the Killer is quite strong and quite fast. Now he doesn't. Now I don't think Jeff the Killer actually has magical powers or anything. I don't know if he's so much superhuman. He's still like a normal person, somewhat. I still don't know much about Jeff the Killer, but I do know he's not magical or quite powerful. But I do know he carries his knife around. I don't know if he can fist fight, but he always carries his knife around. So, anyways, Jeff the Killer. Well, this version of Jeff the Killer, he can use guns. He's taken down soldiers, and somewhat military guys, and he's taking down Slenderman himself. Now there are different stories of Jeff the Killer and Slenderman sliding it out and fighting, but in this game, you can actually beat him. I don't know if it's still on Play Store. I haven't played it in years, but I remember playing it. And yeah, Jeff the Killer is actually a very very fast character, and he's quite strong. And I wouldn't say he's superhuman, but he's pretty agile and quick. And he can somewhat dodge bullets, and he can also tank them. Jeff the Killer can take like 15 bullet shots, which is pretty damn impressive, to be honest. Sometimes he'll use guns or his trusty little knife. Sometimes he can use a machete too, depending on what kind of weapons he found. Sometimes he's actually quite sneaky. Like he can sneak up on his opponents and enemies. Like he's pretty good. What's that word? I can't even figure. I can't even find it. I can't even think about it. Yeah, Jeff the Killer. I know he's very sneaky and all that stuff, but given the fact that he wears all that white jumpsuit coat, whatever the hell he's wearing, it gives him away. So you can still see him in the darkness in the distance, but like other than that, yeah, that's the only thing I can downgrade him with. Like his jumper is like literally the only uh thing you can see him with. But other than that, Jeff is a very dangerous, deadly killer. And man, I really don't know much about Jeff, even though I know the character. Like I mean, I grew up with this character. I just tried to avoid watching him because he was freaking scary. I really don't know much about Jeff, but he's very scary. He's very agile and quick. He can use weapons from time to time. I'm talking about this version of Jeff the Killer. I don't know if whatever the other stories about Jeff the Killer is. I mean, I know there's a different version of him, but yeah. So what do I think about Jeff? Do I believe he actually makes it out alive in Left 4 Dead, a world of zombies? Now, believe he can actually make it out somewhat. I mean, he's fairly quick, he's sneaky, and he's quite physically strong. I mean, he's not superhuman, but he's still strong. So, I mean, well, first things off the block. Let's just get out of the way. Jeff is not a team player, if I am believing so. Even though in this game he does like have somewhat sidekicks like rats, monsters, and mutants or whatever. But other than that, if we're gonna talk about Jeff, I believe he's not a team player. So I'm guessing he's gonna be like going out there by himself and just killing random zombies or humans, and he's gonna try like yeah. You know what? I really don't know much about Jeff. Even though I've listened to his story, but there's so many different versions of the character, so I'm kind of a little bit unbalanced because there's so many different versions of him. So do I believe he makes it out in Left 4 Dead? Uh, well, he is sneaky. I'll give him that. But that all that white coat, whatever he's wearing, will give him away. He's not like Hunter, who can literally just blend in the darkness. But he is sneaky. He's very quiet and silent, and he can use different weapons if he really wants to. But the only problem is uh, he's not like a team player, so that's gonna give him like a lot of problems. But other than that, I'm really thinking about this because it's a zombie apocalypse, and you have to work in a group. In Left 4 Dead, like that's how it works, and I don't believe Jeff is actually going to make it out alive, especially by himself, because there's like a lot of zombies out there, especially the infected. And Jeff is not a team player. If I am, if I'm gonna like say, yeah, Jeff is not a team player, but I think he can make it. I think he can make it like in like a couple of days or months or whatever. He is sneaky. He is quite agile and quick, and I feel like he would just probably kill other survivors and zombies because I don't know. I think he just might do it. So, anyways, do I believe he makes it out? I actually don't know, but I think he it's a zombie game. You have to work together in a group, and I don't think Jeff is willing to work in a group. So I believe he. I mean, he's fairly quick and fairly strong in his own way, and he's very sneaky. So I believe it's a 50-50. He can survive and, sneak his way into like buildings and all that stuff without being seen. And I believe, yeah, you know what? I think he's gonna die, but also think he's gonna make it out. Like it's a 50-50. I can see him making out alive, but I can also see him getting killed because, I mean, there's too many swarms of zombies here and there. So, yeah, it's a 50-50 to me, at least, because I believe he can make it out. He's sneaky and, fairly strong in his own way. But in a team group or whatever, I don't believe he's going to make it out alive because he's not a team player. And I just think that he'll get killed by special infecteds like Spitter and Charger and Hunter and the others, especially the tank. But other than that, it's a 50-50. I think he can make it. So yeah, that's what I think. So anyways, let's check out our next and final guest on this list. William Afton, aka the man behind the slaughter. He goes by many, many names, and honestly, I haven't watched any Five Nights at Freddy videos in many, many years. I just watched the movie like in cinemas last year. So, anyways, I really don't know much about William Afton other than Springtrap, even though they are the same people. So, anyways, William Afton, I know he's the man behind the slaughter who killed Freddy and the gang, and he's the one who made what was that? FNAF sister location and all that bullshit. I don't even know. Sorry, I really had to think about this quite a lot because I used to watch Five Nights at Freddy a very very long time ago. But the FNAF lore is just too confusing, and I really get confused about which character who's. But I do know some bit of FNAF lore, so yeah. So, anyways, William Afton. Now, honestly, I don't think there's any like feats of him doing anything supernatural or superhuman like, unless you count him as Springtrap as the robot. But I'm only counting him as a normal human, okay? Because seeing a robotic killer animatronic running around is very easy to spot and is I guess it's kind of a little bit unfair, but whatever. Um, so yeah, I'm only using William Afton, the human version of him. But if I really wanted to use that Spring Bonnie suit, then I guess I could use that one. But I'm just gonna use the normal human version of him, even though he does wear that Spring Bonnie suit. But anyways, yeah. Now, honestly, I don't know much about him physically, cause like I don't know how strong he is or fast. I know he's a very clever guy. I mean, this guy knows how to like put souls into robots. So that's take some brains. Um, I don't really know much about William Afton, but I know he's a very very clever man. I know he builds. I think he's build robots and machines too, and yeah, he's just very clever. I don't know how strong he is, but I'm only using the human version of him. So yeah, that's basically it. I know he always uses a knife or an axe as a weapon, so that's always a thing I see him with most of the time. And I know he's a very clever, cunning man. I mean, the guy knows how to like blend in and act nice, but when you least expect it, um, he just stabs you in the back, literally, and he will kill you. So he's a very clever guy. So you need to watch out for this guy. Now, William Afton in the world of Left 4 Dead in a zombie apocalypse, I believe he'd kind of make it. not as a robotic animatronic, because I don't know how fast he is in that suit, but he should be somewhat fast, even though he's a decayed, dead body in a dead robot suit. So, anyways, yeah, I'm only using the human version of him. Now, I really don't know how strong he is physically or anything else, but I do know he's the man who killed Freddy and the gang, and he builds a robot, and he knows how to like get souls and put them into robots and that. It's been years, okay, guys. So, anyways, in a team group, I believe he'd actually do very well, mostly because he is a cunning, smart guy, and I believe he will like work in a group, but also believe that he will like betray his group and kill them off one by one, and I believe he would actually do this. And if he was planning something, of course. So yeah, um, it's very tricky because I know he's a clever guy. I don't know how strong he is, but he always uses an axe or a knife whenever like he shows up around. Like I always see him with that. And it's been years since I've seen this guy. I mean, I still watch some FNAF content here and there, but I know William Afton and Springtrap are the same people. So how well would he do? I mean, he can do well. I don't think I've ever seen him with a gun before, but if yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him, let alone hear him with a gun. But I believe he can actually use one. But like I said, this is Left 4 Dead. This is a zombie apocalypse. He has to work together in a group. Oh my god! Sorry, I had something in my head. Anyways, I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know. He's a clever guy. I believe he will work in a group, but I also believe that he will backstab his team and kill them off one by one in order to create machines and robots and all that shit. And I don't know about you, but I feel like he would actually wear that spring bunny suit as like a armor, you know. So in a way, I feel like he could particularly use that robotic animatronic suit. But other than that, uh, would he make it? I mean, he's not gonna make it out alive, especially if he's going on by himself. I mean, he's got all of these zombies here, especially the freaking tank. He's not gonna survive that. And I do believe he is clever enough to not get seen, let alone fight against these ones, especially special infecteds. And I do believe he's going to like he has to like work in a group, but I also believe that he's going to like betray them and kill them. So he's either going to get himself killed by doing that. So that's what I'm thinking. He could kill his teammate off one by one, and someone might figure it out, and he might get shot by one of them survivors, or he might just die by the zombies. So he would get killed by the survivors or the zombies. So it's either way, but I do believe he'll like blend in and cover his tracks up very well until like someone realizes what the hell he's doing. So that's what I'm thinking about. But yeah, that's just me. So, anyways, I know it's very weird and very short. I don't really know much about William Afton, even though I grew up with this game for many years. But the lore of Five Nights at Freddy is just so weird and mashed out. I can't really like get things right. It's been years since I watched Five Nights at Freddy, so yeah. So, anyways, that's what I think. I think William Afton would die either way, but I know he's a clever guy, so he should be able to like make plans up or some shit. But other than that, that's what I got. So I got two survivors and two killers dead ish. Anyways, that's what I think would win. I think William might die in this one, and Jeff, but I do know they are smart and clever enough to like hide and all that stuff. So yeah, so that's what I think. What do you think about my ranking, and what do you think about the things that I did? Did I did well, whatever? If not, then whatever. I will just think. Anyways, thank you for watching, and if you do like this video, please give me a like. Just for if you like interested to see more or whatever. Anyways, my hands are shaking. I'm sick. I'm tired, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.